I'm doing my YouTube.
Don't you think you need better lighting? On like a backdrop?
I'm gonna adjust my lighting as my subscribers grow.
That's okay. I'm gonna like get you the whole kit.
I have the kit. I'm gonna put up my ring light. This is the beginning.
The stand.
What's up, y'all?
So you're not using it.
What's up, y'all? So, I'm starting this series because I'm going to share my experiences, my thoughts.
We have like, I'm sorry, some Air Nikes sitting on top of a container with a bag of chips in it in the background. So that's why I was like, you know.
I'm sitting in front of that. They can't see that.
But you're going to be moving.
I'm going to be moving?
Yeah, you're moving a little bit.
This is not an athletic segment. I don't expect much movement. This is all planned out to a T. Why do they say that, though? Why do they say it's planned out, something's planned out to a T? Because you put a golf ball on a T. I'll look that up, but I just have to say my somewhat skeptical nature has me thinking that it's not related to a golf tee. I don't know. Google is my friend, and I will find out. Shout out to Google. So yeah, welcome to the beginning. Welcome to the beginning of the Fresh Paint sharing experiences segment. I'm going to figure out a name for these particular types of videos. I don't have it yet, but I do know what I want to share, and yeah, hope y'all find it useful and it helps somebody. Still here? Great. Yo, so coming up, right? When I was little, and the reason I'm digging into this is to try to unpack some stuff, and you know, maybe some of y'all find this relevant. It could help somebody else. When I was coming up, the stuff that I'm trying to do now, as far as you know, what I'm working on, and even getting to a point where I can release music, release art, and feel like comfortable with it. A lot of that stuff is getting over doubts to happen like way back from childhood. Back when, you know, I was 7, 8 years old. I want to get into something. And you have people around, you have friends. I mean, it's not because of this particular group of friends. This is just how it is, especially within black culture. Everybody's so critical. You're so afraid to try something new that when somebody wants to try something, it's like, all right, yeah, I want to do this. So many people have something to say about it that it really affects you, even when people are saying like, yo, you can't listen to other people. That's easy to say. When you're a child, it doesn't really work like that, especially when there's so many of a certain group. If you're by yourself and you have 9 or 10 people that are saying what you're doing is crazy, or what you're doing is whack, or, you know what I mean, it's gonna get to you. And then that becomes a thing where you start to doubt, do you even like cool stuff? Are you even cool? And being cool is probably one of the craziest ideas.
Billy peed his pants.
Of course I peed my pants. Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Really?
Yes! You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Wow. Hey man, Ernie pees pants too. All right.
Is that has complicated society because it's created this realm of judgment where people, is this person cool? Is that person cool? You could cancel this person. Don't cancel this person. This person's too cool to get canceled. This person should be canceled immediately. And man, and the thing about being cool, right? Cool as an idea is okay if you truly understand that just being yourself is cool.
Vote for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
Because that really is a cool feeling. If you're like, yo, I like this. I like to do this. I'm into that. This is the person I like. This place I like to go. And you're comfortable with that. and it feels cool and you genuinely think that you're cool, that is cool. That's awesome. But then there's this other thing that's based on other people's perceptions and what other people think. And that shit is dangerous. That's why people like the Will Smith incident happened with Chris Rock. That's why that happened. We all know that is, people that don't come up in the culture, they probably don't know, but we know, especially the guys, we sit there, we like, yo, he felt like he had to do that because, he got his girl, everybody know him and his girl they be on the rocks or whatever they got. I don't know what to say on there, but they just got their little weird relationship. So now it's a situation where it's like public embarrassment. So it's like, had to go to the extreme to try to prove like, yo, I'm cool. Nobody's gonna talk about my lady and upset her like this, and I gotta show that I'm cool. Like I ain't gonna be no bitch, and man. That's what happens when you're so worried about being cool. Because if he actually felt cool, that wouldn't happen. You'd be like, man, okay, I mean, Shorty probably gonna have a little talk, but you're not gonna do nothing as embarrassing for black culture. Go up there and smack like one of the greatest comedians, like knowing one, he hella small, so like you big as shit compared to him. Then on top of that, you know he's not gonna do nothing. Like Chris Rock is not a dumb person, so he's not gonna fight you back in front of the world. Like it's not gonna happen. I truly believe it. I don't think he'd be bitch. I think if that would have went down behind closed doors or something, that might have really got real. But like up there, Chris Rock is smart enough to think fast. Okay, I gotta react to this in the best way for my career, for my family, for my future. And he really put everything to the side, man. And this is what happens with a lot of young people. A lot of young people are losing their lives over stuff like this because people are getting put into situations, whether it be something that's coming from something like a roast or might have been a light argument, or just situations where you got peer pressure and stuff gets in there and people feel like they got to prove that they cool. And that has levels to it. Like if somebody might say something to you that you felt was a little disrespectful. Okay, when you're young or just immature in general, and that happens, and there are people watching, and you got a group around, or even just if it's just mixed company, it's gonna hit different. The disrespect is gonna feel a little more disrespectful because of the embarrassment factor with it.
Yeah, well, that nigga's a blood.
He coming to get me after school, and then he gonna kick your ass. Bet on that, punk.
Oh, man. Why y'all ain't tell me? Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't think she'd get that mad personally, I guess since you knew, she just tripped. Yeah, man. Nah, man, y'all in this with me. What? You tripping. All I know is you better run up out of here when school is over.
So now it's like, okay, I can't just address this person, just me and this person. Now it's like, okay, I have an audience, and you try to get that cool factor. I got to maintain my cool point. So you might go beyond what your normal reaction would be. And people, children, teens, adults are losing their lives because of this, because of peer pressure, because of the influence of how are people going to perceive me, which is really sad because we've gotten so far away from how will I perceive myself? How will I feel about me if I behave this way or that way? How will I feel? Now we're not even dealing with that. Like there may not even be any self-reflection because it's all about maintaining my cool points. And when you have people who are supposed to be our idols, our leaders, like a Will, and behaving like that, like it just shows you the dangers of that. And I'm touching on that because that's something that I experienced when I was coming up. It's like you really it gets in your head. You start to wonder, man, will this be accepted? Will that be accepted? If I don't fight right now, how will they think of me? If I don't do this right now, how will they think of me? And you get so far away from how will I feel about myself? How do I feel about myself in making this decision? How is this event making me feel? How are the people who are involved in this event, whether it's been caused by somebody else or whatever, How are these people making me feel? How do I feel about these people? These are all things that you really, as long as you're not in danger, you need to take time to think about. Because in the moment of just, oh, I gotta be cool, man, it can get you hurt. It can get you into some situations, and you really need more leaders, people who have influence, showing and displaying the proper ways to manage situations like that. Even when you're embarrassed or it's an uncomfortable situation, you still have to do something that shows, strength and calmness. Like you have to have discipline. You can't go up there and have a dispute with a fellow brother, harm a fellow brother, anything like that. You can't get up there and let your shit be in disarray because you're afraid to be embarrassed. Like, as long as we have feelings and we are aware that other people can see us and are aware of us, being embarrassed is going to be a thing. No one's going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect all the time. You're going to take wins. You're going to take losses. And part of that is knowing how to be cool through it. You can't try to maintain cool by grabbing in unfair ways, like, oh, I feel a certain type of way. Nah, you still have to be disciplined. Even if you took an L, hey man, it might have been a joke that hit kind of low. Discipline. Or it might have been something you really wanted to win and you lost. Discipline. Or maybe someone that you felt like you had an advantage on, they outsmarted you because they had an advantage you didn't know about. Caught you at a disadvantage. Discipline. You have to carry it across the board. And when you're young, this can be something that gets knocked off by other people's opinions. Fast. You have a year or two of just people constantly telling you the way you dress is this way, the way you look is this way, the way you talk is this way. It can make you doubt who you are as a person, and that can take years to repair, if ever. If you don't learn how to face it, you don't deal with what's happening and the feelings that being in a space like that creates, then unfortunately a lot of our young brothers and sisters get trapped there. You turn into bitter adults that are super critical of other people, your Karens of the world. And this is because of that, because you didn't find that peace. You didn't dig down and find out, were you hurt? Did someone hurt you? Did you feel like you weren't seen? These are real questions. Do you feel like people didn't give your ideas a fair chance, didn't give you a fair chance? This is real stuff that you have to deal with. So, yeah. Hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to keep going and drop different videos, different topics, and just sharing my side, my opinion on stuff, and mixing that with my experiences, man. And thanks for stopping by. You already know, man. Love y'all. Be safe out.